Morning, guys. Hey, what's happening now? A little bit of technical issues. Hopefully, everything looks good. All right, so I'm actually thinking, guys, that I might actually start going live less often than initially planned. So, you guys know, man, like the live streams for me is actually one of the most enjoyable aspects of the week. And I've actually started making less and less regular videos and posting, more daily short videos, and of course, implementing a whole lot more uh, live streams during the course of the week. But as far as live streams, I like to do live streams. I really enjoy the dual live streams, and based on the interactions, I feel like the viewers really enjoy the duels as much as I do. So I kind of feel like I'm going to do away with the single live streams. And if there's days where I don't have a co-host for that live stream, I might just cancel that day's live stream, if that makes sense. So, all right, guys. So today I am going to be joined later on by Bum Shadows. Hopefully, he was able to get the link. So we're just waiting for him to join, so we could get the ball rolling. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Welcome to the show, buddy. Hey, guys. I still have another cigar from Saturday, so I don't know if I want to smoke this for today or if I want to save this. Actually, it wasn't a bad cigar, man. Like, I'm not a smoker or anything, right? But I don't know. That was actually kind of fun having a cigar on Saturday. There was a I think I talked about it before, man. Like when I first turned 18, right? I bought a pack of cigarettes just because when you turn 18, it's just a thing to do. Just you buy a pack of cigarettes just because, hey, I'm 18, I could buy cigarettes now. Big whoop. It took me like 2 months to smoke my first pack of cigarettes. And like I think there's like 20 cigarettes that come in a pack, and like 12 or 14 of those first 20 cigarettes that I bought that come in a pack. I think one of the friends that drove me to school every day, like he was the one that smoked them. So like I didn't even finish the pack myself. Mm. My first combat deployment, um, what was that? What were the cigars the guys used to smoke? I think they were called Black and Milds. I think those were the cigars that the guys used to have on deployment. And those were good because the Black and Milds, if I recall the name correctly, they used to have like these little plastic filters on the end of the cigars, so those were really easy to smoke. So I like those, and these, they don't have those little plastic filters, so those were a lot easier to smoke. Obviously, these you really have to like suck in to actually breathe in the smoke and whatnot. But those were a little bit easier to work with. Mm. Black card and blue variant in mail today. I got Paul Black card, so I pre-ordered another. Yeah, I got Hogan in, and I don't want to do a full-on review on these because I want a couple reviews. So AJ is supposed to be on Saturday for a actual unboxing with me during that live stream. So I do want to kind of do a full-on review during that unboxing review with him, but also I do want to kind of do like a separate individual video for that sort of review as well. But yes, we are going to talk about this a little bit today. Don't worry. I'm not going to do a full-on review on this or anything, but I will say a few words about the Hogan and at least about the carding. I mean, I'm not going to take it off the card. I'm not going to touch the black card. No black card will ever be opened. I mean, that's a guarantee. My recommendation to any of you guys that have a black card, do not open those suckers. If you have anything that's on anything other than a blue card, to me, I always say keep those suckers closed. Black cards, regardless if they're bootleg figures, if they're regular figures, always seem to be more valuable. Those chases, keep them sealed, man. I got Paul Black cards. Cool, cool. Hogan Black card figure is tanner than the other variant in the regular. Also, with the blue cards, you also look at them and it seems like the blue cards there is like a darker blue than the other card, which is kind of weird. So if you got multiple blue cards, maybe that's variants you might want to hold on to as well. I am not single. I am married for 20 years. Been with my wife for 23, almost 24 years. I really wanted to open the poll, but thought better of hit since I can easily order another. Right on. Yeah. I don't think Paul will ever, and I honestly think that the Logan Paul will be the most valuable figure in this entire lineup. I think he's going to be the Dusty Rhodes of Hasbro. Right on. I did make a complete purchase of Matt Maniacs after Sunday show. I mean, it's a great lineup, most definitely. So can't exit my phone because if I do, the phone is gonna go blank. But I'm still waiting on Dwayne to show up for Bum Shadows. But hopefully he will show up shortly. But speaking of which, there he is, right on schedule. Dwayne, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Late to the
Going on?
party.
You're good, man. Yeah, it's kind of nervous because like my phone, it shuts off when it's not in use, and while I was looking at it, it's like all of my information I had put in had gone away. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not typing all that stuff back in again. So I kind of X'd out, went back in, and went to the message I sent you, and tried to like join from that link, and and it wasn't working. So I'm like, oh hell no. So I was worried that I wasn't allowed to join through my own link, but eventually it got me in there. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, man. No, I just last minute things. Of course, when I'm getting ready, just stuff happens, and it's like I gotta get this going. It's like, oh man, I'm like trying to get set up and everything. So at least I made it, I guess.
Nah, man, you're good. You're good. L says, I made a complete purchase of Met Maniacs, and I want those figures, but I can't get into another line. I don't think I can do that no more. Two new big rubber guys. Actually, L, I just picked those up today, and yeah, I think you're the one who told me about them, right? So the green match or the green flare and the new Danhausen. What is that? Is that the second or third Danhausen that they've released now for big rubber guys? So that's insane now.
Yeah.
Like I know that they got to get their money's worth with the molds, but I think that's just becoming insane.
If I could
So
just backtrack to the Matt Maniacs, I want to say
yeah,
those things look really cool. Like I definitely was like considering picking up those Steiners and the Legion of Doom when those first came out, but it just came down to it was like all the retro companies and everything going on. It was just like, can I take on another line? And I was like, I can't. But if I could, I definitely would have been purchasing those and keeping up with those. I'd say they're pretty cool looking.
well, I missed out on Series One when it came out. Like I didn't even know they existed when Series One came out. And so when I started seeing the releases, I think Steiner's and Legion of Doom, I'm like, okay, these are super cool. I want them, but not at $100 a piece on eBay. Series two, I think I pre-ordered through a website I think called Nerd Closet, and I think the Hardy Boys I think were a couple of them if I'm not mistaken. So I ordered those, whatever the Series two release were, and I don't know when those are gonna be released. I mean, I think we ordered those sometime last year, probably mid last year or something. So at this point, I don't think I'm gonna order any more of them. They look great, but I think there's just like you said, there's way too many series, way too many companies, and I'm
Right.
like, "Nah, there's just not enough space, way too many companies, way too many figures." I'm like, "Nah, there's I'm done."
Yeah.
And especially if I want to get my own, line out there, I have to focus on my own stuff too. So,
Right. No, definitely, man. I like the idea, but yeah, like we were saying, both of us kind of agree. I think it's just too much to take on right now.
yep. Uh, hey, Beat, what's going on, bud? Um, so that's the second Danhausen in black. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know they had the red one, but and the black one, but I didn't know if there was a third one or not. That's funny. uh, Big Heel gets you 10% off. Man, oh, you got like all of the darn percentages. That's awesome.
Nice.
Mm. Doctor, what's up, bud? S- just speaking the truth, after they changed the name and went to crap, yeah, I mean, you hit it on the you hit it on the nose right there. Uh, it will always be WWF to me. Like I will put WWE on there, like if I'm creating a listing or something, if I'm selling somethings, but that's only for like the search engine. It'll always be WWF in my eyes. But
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, like, to me, the same thing. I mean, like I said before, my wheelhouse is like 1988 to 1992 is my favorite era, but anything 90s, give me that. Attitude Era, any of that stuff, even WCW Nitro, ECW, all that like 90s stuff I can definitely get into. And it sort of kind of bridges where I think it turned to WWE, what, like 2002, 2003, I forget exactly, but so it sort of loops in. It sort of ended 90s, early 2000s. Same for me. I'll just tune in just out of habit, but like not like religiously like I used to back in the day.
yeah. Also, today I wanted to make this a special episode. Obviously, we still could do nostalgia, could still talk, childhood and 80s and 90s, all the good stuff, right? All the stuff that most viewers tune in to watch. But I also want to do, the stuff that talk about all of the modern day news and stuff, right? I've been putting out a lot of polls lately because obviously I kind of want to expand the channel. I've been trying to expand the channel for basically since day one of the inception.
Right.
I've always said the channel was never intended to be a wrestling channel or a collection channel, right? It's always supposed to be a jack of all trades where we talk about any and everything.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that a majority of the videos I made were collection inspired, and that's kind
Right.
of where I just continuously branched off on.
Sure.
And so I put out a poll to kind of see what the audience was most interested in, and oddly enough, one of the biggest interest levels were figure tournaments. Well, I still want to do a Galoob, my favorite WCW Galoob tournament, but I've been waiting on more Galoob customs so I can do that tournament. I'm also trying to ask the question, hey, do people want to see a fourth iteration of the My Favorite LJN tournament? Well, that might happen at the end of the year, but I got to figure out how to kind of minimize it, make it smaller, and make it impactful so it's different from the previous three tournaments. But I also want to branch off to make more Kieran videos, more kind of comedic videos, more you laugh you lose videos, right? And more what's happening in the news, what's popular in the news right now. So I do have a laundry list of topics of discussion for today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So we can go back and forth to the wrestling and to the collections and stuff like that. But
Sure.
from time to time, I will kind of hit on different topics of discussion. So uh,
Yeah, definitely, man.
obviously, I'll be kind of branching from here. We'll talk about collections. I might skip back and forth to the comments just so
Right.
that
Right.
we're kind of going back and forth. Um,
Yeah, sounds fun.
all right, so let's see. Doctor says after they got the F out, it sucks. I mean, we know why they did it because of the whole wildlife fund, right? And Benson and the company were getting sued, but
Yeah, I like there was that comment that Taz made, like, "Oh, you're gonna confuse a panda bear for a WWE superstar." I thought that was pretty awesome.
who Three Eye Atlas. I don't know what that is, to be honest. You know what the Three Eye Atlas is?
Three.
Hey, JJ, sorry, I don't know what that is, man.
I'm drawing a blank on that one too.
Hey, what's up, Mo? Yeah, I mean, I watched WCW a little bit in the early '90s, and when I say little, like it's more like, hey, I'm flipping through the channels, and TNT comes on, and hey, it's Vader versus Sting in a strap match type of deal. That's what I'm talking about. Like, and when I say, I'm flipping through the channels, it was always the exact same matches. Like there was this bubble, and inside the bubble, you always had the exact same characters. It doesn't seem like those characters ever swapped. Like it was always Vader versus Sting. It was Sting versus Ric Flair. It was Legion of Doom versus Nasty Boys. It was Steiner Brothers versus Nasty Boys. So you always had like the exact same characters every single time out. And when every single one of those characters flipped to WWF, there really wasn't a reason to watch WCW anymore. Even when every single one of those characters, Bobby Heenan, Elizabeth, Savage, Hogan, Jesse Ventura, etc., like when all of these people jumped to WCW, I was always a WWF fan. So even at that point, like I could care less about WCW. And go figure that WCW in the mid '90s is basically where it was at, from like what 94 to like 97, 94 to 98. I probably would have loved WCW a whole lot more, but I just didn't care during that period.
Yeah, it did kind of become a afterlife for like WWF superstars. Once they're kind of done with the WWF, it was like, yeah, let me take my chances in WCW, and then you'd see all the like old guys showing up. I did like though, as goofy as it was, the Dungeon of Doom. That kind of brought me a lot of laughter and delight. Even as a kid, I just loved that faction.
Yeah. Have any wrestlers pooped in the ring? Hey, that's a funny ass story because I think didn't Andre the Giant like take a crap on like a junkyard dog or something like that?
What's that?
One of the guys was asking any wrestlers crap in the ring, and I'm like, didn't Andre like crap on junkyard dog
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
I heard about that. Yeah, yeah, he'd get in the corner and
Like
do that move with his ass, and then like, yeah, I think he crapped his pants and did it. I was it Hacksaw? No, you might be right. Junkyard Dog. Yeah, that's wicked funny.
like he's doing his booty bust and everything. I'm like, that's freaking nasty.
Yeah. Oh man, and I
uh,
can only imagine with Andre. It must be like an elephant.
that's so damn funny. uh, so that three eye he said was a interstellar comet that maybe uh yeah, not familiar with that. Sting and RoboCop. No, perhaps. Mm. Universe is huge, so I assume there is life out there. It's probably. um, mm. All right. So I want to get on this first topic, man. I live on freaking YouTube. I mean, I live on eBay too, but I freaking live on YouTube. I mean, I don't even watch regular freaking TV anymore, right?
Hmm.
So on my feed, I always get all of these regular recommendations, and this one girl, what's her name? Lindy Glenn or something like that, I think her name is. And she always does like these EBT scams, and people always bitching about Trump, and not necessarily about Trump, just about EBT, and the uh loss of finances, or this bitch are like, oh, I'm not gonna work, I'm getting all this money from the government. I'm living off the government. I don't have to work, yada yada yada. And it just irritates the living crap out of me. But here's the thing that bothers me the most about this. This person over here, I get $2,700 a month in food stamps. This person, I get $3,600 a month in food stamps. This person, I get $4,500 a month in food stamps. I'm every time I hear this, this is what drives me nuts. I'm like, motherfucker, who the hell has $4,000 a month in food?
Mm.
I don't I don't spend $3,000 a year on food. So I don't care if you have 15 goddamn kids and you're the goddamn Brady Bunch. You need $3,000 a year in food, let alone $3,000 a month? Like,
Yeah.
every time I hear someone say, like, "Oh, well, they took away my $4,500 a month in food stamps," that drives me freaking insane. Or, like, I heard one girl bitching today about, "Oh, well, I can't." My policy now is I need to give 15 hours a week of community service in order to get my $2,500 a month in food stamps. I'm like, wait, what? So you're bitching about community, so you're not going to work, and your requirement in lieu of working is 15 hours of community service, and you're bitching about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, unfucking believable.
It's definitely a system I've definitely seen abused by like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel there's certain folks that should qualify for that, but I do feel like there's a lot of people that kind of, play it up, play off the system, if you will, and just kind of, do what they're doing. But like, I just feel like for the legit people, sure, but still, $4,000 is a lot of money, though. That's crazy. I didn't know that much.
So,
I thought it was maybe a couple hundred.
no, my mom, growing up, now I don't count my oldest siblings because my oldest brother, he was born in '69. My oldest sister born in '79. So if we just count the Watson kids, my brother 83, me 85, my sister 86, my brother 80, my youngest brother 88. Uh, I think my paternal grandmother, uh, she gave a lot of money to my mom, helped with bills growing up. I know my maternal grandparents, helped with my mom with a lot of bills. I don't even know if my father, chipped in with any, child support or anything. That's why I think, uh, his mom, helped my mother with a lot of bills, growing up. So, I know my mom had food stamps a lot. I know, like, whenever we went to, like, Kmart or something, like, when I was a teenager, like, one of the kids I went to elementary school with, like, he worked at Target, and, like, she'd, go pay in food stamps, and then she would see, like, was at the cash register, I remember this day, and she pulled the food stamps back and paid with a credit card, not to embarrass me, and I always respected the hell out of her for that, but
Yeah,
I
man.
would never in a million years remember my mom getting no thousand of dollars, $2,000, $3,000 a month and no damn food stamps. I mean, if anything, I would think like maybe a few $100, if that.
Yeah.
And so when I hear all these people talking about $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 in food stamps, I'm like, this is freaking insane. Has inflation really affected the world that much where it's gone up that much? And I like literally back in like the early 90s, I remember going to like these little food banks or whatever. And I remember they could like literally hand you like a few grocery bags. I don't know what the hell it was. I remember being like a bunch of canned food. And the reason I remember this is because there were a couple of NES video games in those things. And one of these bags had like the Jaws NES video game in there. And I remember that video game being one of the worst video games on the planet, but it was freaking Jaws, and how can you complain about having Jaws, man? So and I remember the being, like, some other, like, airplane video game or something. I
Right.
don't remember what it was.
1942.
I mean, it could've been like, what was the one with what was it? With the shit, um, why is the movie blanking me? Not even the freaking actors. It was like Val Kilmer in it. Ah, with Val Kilmer and Katie Holmes' husband. Jesus Christ. I can't remember his one of the most freaking famous actors in the world. I can't remember his damn name.
Yeah, man. I'm drawing a blank too, man.
It's freaking killing me. Like literally one of the most famous actors. I can't remember his damn name. But I can remember Katie Holmes. How embarrassing is that? But I remember that crap.
Oh man. Hey,
Tom
what's
freaking
up, you
Cruise.
Ross? See you, dude.
Tom freaking Cruise. How the hell do I forget Tom Cruise's name? Somebody needs to come slap the shit out of me for forgetting Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Uh but yeah, like I said, never in a million years was my mom ever making no thousands in freaking in that kind of money. And I look at these freaking people, and it makes me infuriate. It makes me infuriates the living hell out of every one of us because and maybe it's rage bait. Maybe that's exactly what it is. Because Top Gun, thank you. Think so. It's got to be rage bait. People they watch these videos, they leave comments, and these people are making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each month off of these individual videos because people are hating on these comments because there's just no way that they're making this type of money. Uh, there's no way that they're publicly going online and saying, "Hey, I'm making $4,000 in food stamps," knowing that somebody is going to send that to the state of wherever they are, and they're going to lose everything. Like that one bucktooth loser from like Michigan. Oh yeah, I'm making $10,000 a month off of TikTok, and I'm making $5,000 a month in food stamps, and I've got 9 kids, and they're all on disability, and because they're all on disability, or I'm on disability, and because I got 9 kids, they get disability, and that's another 10,000, and I'm making $20,000 a month, and I never have to work a day in my life and yada 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 and I'm like, come on. Uh
Yeah.
or
The bragging about it makes it a lot worse.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she also like, oh yeah, and I'm also on Section 8 and I don't have to pay rent. And I'm like, gosh, it's like, the whole concept of going to school, getting educated, paying $120,000 a year, or paying $120,000 to go to college and get a hard, go to college and get educated and get a job, work hard so that you can earn a good living. And why? To live off the government for free. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
So, and that frustrates me. That frustrates every single person that watches those videos.
Yeah.
uh, and I know I'm not alone on that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tough situation. I didn't know that people got that much in food stamps. That's crazy. Thousands of dollars? That's insane. I didn't know that. I think you were saying it too, like it was a couple hundred, but like thousands? That's a month? That is pretty extreme. I'll say that much. Definitely.
Yeah, cause like I said, my mom, growing up, I mean, she worked, she had her job, she wasn't making no significant money. Um, let's see, like I said, I don't know if my dad was ever contributing. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. But, I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think he was. I know I know his mom was paying my mom a lot, and My mom's parents were contributing. We went from, like, apartment to apartment in the early stages of my life until we got our first, like, big house that we stayed in, like, a good chunk of my life. Like, we got that house in, like, around 91, 92,
Mhm.
and around so I was, like, 6, 7 years old, and I lived there until I was 19 when I graduated high school. So, my grandpa, my mom's father, he died when I was, like, 9. My grandma, she died when I was 15, and then my mom was basically by herself. She lost both her parents, so
Mhm.
and then when my, paternal grandma, when she retired, I mean, that income obviously stopped, so, it was a real struggle, but, like, I don't think my mom was even getting any type of, financial like, I don't know what she was getting from the state or anything like that.
Mhm.
But, of course, at that point, like, all of us were already, teenagers, had our own jobs and stuff, so,
Right.
like, I mean, me, look, at 16, I was working at Sir Lee, like, I was making I topped out at $7.50 an hour. I wasn't making no freaking money, but, I mean, we weren't getting no food stamps or anything like that.
Dude, I'm so old. I was born 81, so I got a few years on you, but like I I worked at a music store in the mall, and I kid you not, I got hired at $4.75 an hour. Isn't that insane? $4.75. I'm like, wow, I can make more babysitting.
I'm trying to see what the best lighting is because,
Oh
uh,
yeah, yeah.
I think that light is all up in the face. Is this better lighting? What do you think?
Yeah, that looks actually that looks a little better.
Because I got this light, like, right above my head.
Yeah, that looks better.
Okay,
I
cool.
see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, you were a little. Yeah, I get you.
Alright, cool. Where the hell did my glass at? Damn. Mm.
Uh, mm. Oh, Fly the L says Top Gun for that game. I should have known that.
I mean, I know the movie. I know the movie, I know the game, like, I can never remember it, though.
Yeah.
And very
I-
infuriating, too. It's infuriating that I can never remember the darn title. Oh, this is a good title. So I got 3 things written down here. Uh, I'm gonna start off with this first one before I lead into, the main topic. So you remember a few months back. So this is actually a two-parter. You remember a few months back about that rapper. She was like 550 pounds, 600 pounds, like that. A rapper named Dank DeMoss. So, she hired a Lyft drive. She hired a Lyft to. Well, she hired a Lyft, and she couldn't fit in the back seat, and the driver didn't want to take the fare because, she was too big. She couldn't fit in the back seat, and she tried to sue Lyft, and she tried to sue the driver, and the driver lost his job because discrimination.
Yeah, damn.
Girl, girl 600 pounds. If she even tried to fit in the back seat, the darn springs in the back of the car would have broke. I mean, she was like my 600-pound life huge.
Jesus.
Well, she
Oh,
sued, and eventually, the case was, thrown out of court. I mean, she was huge. She had no case.
wow.
Well, currently, there's another guy. Now I've only seen a picture of like the top, and based on his picture, he honestly doesn't look that big, but he has like a similar case where he hired Lyft or Uber or something, and woman they got into a shouting match. She refused to take his fare, and now he's trying to take her to court too. Again, based on the upper part, he didn't look that big, so I didn't know what the issue is. But until I see like a full picture or video, he might be just as big. He might be like
Yeah,
6
yeah,
as well.
yeah. And let's call a spade. That's a gigantic human being. That's not your everyday passenger. You know what I mean? It's
But
like three passengers.
but
Need some
this,
shocks, I think. You know.
this
Heavy
thing
duty.
like, she set a precedent that, hey, anyone could just file a lawsuit against anyone for any old reason. Like, dude, this isn't Lyft or Uber's car. This is your personal car. Like,
Right.
they're not gonna. This company isn't going to reimburse you or pay for the repairs if your car is destroyed, or they're not
Right.
gonna pay, for your insurance to get you a new car or something. So,
Yeah, and all kidding aside, like it's like putting 600 pounds in your trunk. I mean, you don't want to do that. So why would you want a human that big in your back seat? You know what I mean?
but I just kind of found that funny that the second person was trying to file a lawsuit as well. And that kind of leads me into another topic that's of similarity, right? And Atazi recently made a video, and Asmongold made a video as well. Well, Asmongold made a reaction video to Atazi's video about J-Bay. Now, J-Bay is this fat acceptance influencer, and I hate that title because it's not even a real thing. This chick, she is. I thought she was like 400 pounds, which is absolutely enormous.
Yeah.
But I thought she was like 350, 385, 400 pounds.
Wow.
Apparently, she's 550 pounds herself. Like,
Jeez.
she's again, she's another 600-pound life chick herself. She goes around like, "Oh, airplanes need to make their aisles much larger for the grossly overweight. Uh, Hallways in hotels need to be wider. Uh, Hotels need to make their bath towels wider. They need to make their hotels need to make their bathtubs wider. Their doorways wider for the plus size, etc. They airplanes need to make their seats wider and all that jazz. She's that kind of influencer.
Yeah.
So and that someone like that is not right mentally upstairs. So recently, it just came to light that yeah, it just shows, no doubt, 100% she is mentally disturbed upstairs because she goes into a hospital, causes a scene with some doctors and nurses, files false sexual assault allegations, and the cops are called because she's making a fuss. They want her removed. Then she starts screaming sexual assault against the cops because they're, escorting her off the property. They're rolling her out of the hospital. And they literally have to get 5 freaking police officers to lift her up into a freaking caravan, man. Won't fit into a freaking car. They got to get a freaking bus to lift. I'm like, Jesus freaking Christ.
Oh man, yeah, I saw that video because we were talking about it earlier. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You just want to see me naked" or something like that. It's like, no, no one wants that.
And she's just so gross in that. And you know what? To find out that they said that she was freaking that she was engaged. I'm like, ew.
Oh, yeah,
Her fiance was also plus size. I'm like, oh, he was physically abusive. No, he wasn't physically abusive. He was
yeah,
affected probably, and he took what he could probably that he took what he could get. And she was abusive. Probably she was lazy, didn't want to do anything, and probably yelled at him a lot. And he probably yelled back, and that's what it boiled down to. Didn't want to put up with her BS, and that was her physically or mentally abusive that she claims. I hate that. Uh, you only hear one side of the story. You never get both sides. And when someone like that, no.
yeah. No, definitely, man.
I got to go through some of these comments. I think I'm lagging behind now. Uh, mm, mm, that's funny. All right. So, oh shoot, I want to kind of go back to the next thing. Oh, baseball. I don't know if you follow much baseball.
I did. I definitely did growing up. I said like the last 10 years, I kind of have been sort of out of it. I'll watch like like a occasional like sports show, or I listen to actually a lot of sports radio. But a lot of it's like the local teams in New England, so I kind of know more about that, to be honest. My knowledge now, it used to be more like over the whole major league, but I guess it's kind of just in the last few years, I'd say consisted of like Boston and stuff. So I'm not up to date. I'll be honest, but I'll definitely hear you talk, and if I can add anything, I definitely add something for sure.
Well, my frustration is I always hate that like whenever baseball teams hire a new manager, it seems like the going rate is always like 3 years. Even when it's like a first time manager, 3 years, 3 years. White Sox hire first time manager Robin Ventura, 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. I'm like, why are you gonna give someone 3 years every time, right? It's always so annoying. But today, Kurt Suzuki, the Anaheim Angels gave Kurt Suzuki a 1 year contract to manage, and I'm like, that's freaking ludicrous. I'm like, okay, I can understand a 2 year deal because you know what? He's a new manager, first time manager. You don't want to give him, a contract long enough that he's unsuccessful, or if he fails quickly, that that it's something where if he's unsuccessful in the short term, you don't have to have him long term. You can move on quickly. But if he's unsuccessful after year one, you don't want to give up on him too quickly. Or if he fails after year one, let's say he fails in year two. Let's say he starts off at 20-50. All right, it's a failure. This isn't going anywhere. Let's move on. Or he's 25-35, and you feel like you got a team to win. You got a team that wins now, and you're already 10 games under, 60 games in. We want to get a manager in that's has a chance to win. That's the time to move on. Okay, that's fine. But a 1 year contract, it makes absolutely no freaking sense. I think from the terms of Artie Moreno, owner of the Angels, I kind of look at it as, hey, there's going to be a work stoppage after the 2026 season, and hey, our GM has a 1 year contract. We want it to be GM's contract is up after 26. We want our manager's contract to be up after 26. That is the only viable option I see for signing a manager for only 1 year. And I'm like, that is ludicrous. Okay, if you're Artie Moreno and you want to sell the Angels organization, do you think that new ownership or new buyers are going to be like, hey, we're going to buy this team and we're going to pay $3 billion or $4 billion, $5 billion, $2 billion, whatever the organization is worth. I don't know. Uh, let's say $2 billion, but you got a we're gonna pay you $2 billion, but because you got a manager locked up for 2 more years, we're only gonna offer you 1.9 billion or something. No, they're not gonna do that. So that makes absolutely no damn sense, right? Or you got Mike Trout on the roster for another 7 years, or we got Mike Trout on the roster for another 3 years. So we're gonna offer you 1.7 billion. We're gonna offer you 1.8 billion because of that contract. It's lunacy. So I have never been a fan of locking up certain types of managers for an excessive amount of years. The Cubs giving Craig Counsell $40 million for 5 years. He plays on a winning organization, Craig Counsell. So yeah, Craig Counsell was given a golden opportunity in Milwaukee. Tony La Russa was given a winning culture in St. Louis. Joe Torre was given a winning culture in New York. I think Bobby Cox was given a winning culture in Atlanta. I think yes, those guys, especially Bobby Cox, I think they made a difference with their respective teams. But the players are the ones that got them those championships. The manager don't get so much. Look at Milwaukee. Still winning the divisions, still making it far in the playoffs. Craig Counsell be damned. Craig Counsell comes to the Cubs, the highest paid manager ever. What difference has he made for the Cubs? Absolutely nothing. Cubs, they fired David Ross, hired this manager who was supposed to be the most brilliant managerial mind in baseball. No difference. Uh, Kurt Suzuki, I thought was an odd selection as manager. I mean, but he is a former catcher, you know. Uh, former catcher for Oakland, former catcher for Minnesota, among others. So he made the statement where he was like, "Hey, I was on a lot of 1 year contracts as a player, and now I'm on a 1 year contract as a manager." So I'm like, I kind of feel like he knows the writing on the wall that he's only trying to get his West wit, so to speak, as a manager, and hopefully this opens the door for future managerial roles. But I don't know, man. I just felt like it was a very weird hiring. They should have probably went with an interim manager, probably a bench coach or something. But 1 year deal for a manager, I just felt like was so awkward. But that organization as a whole is just so screwed up. All the money in the world, and they play in California. All the money in the world, they could print their own money, and they just seem to be like hemorrhaging on a yearly basis. It's so weird.
Yeah. Seems like some franchises just can't help it, you know?
Hmm.
It's like some franchises just can't help it, you know?
Mm. All right.
All right, Google account. Yes, that is it's an eye injury. It's legitimate. It's not for just fun. The eye patch, of course. Gloves is because I do unboxings, and I've worked with my hands all my life, so they've been pretty rough shape. So instead of people being like, "Oh, your hands are messed up," I just wear gloves. Pretty much that's it. Thank you.
Mets will have $400 million this year. And you know what's funny? And this is why the Dodgers are such a smart organization. You pay $70 million a year, $70 million for one single player, $700 million over 10 years for a single player. But in one single season, they got all of that $700 million back in just merchandising alone for Shohei Ohtani. And I'm like, son of a bitch. If the Cubs had signed Ohtani, imagine getting all that $700 million back. And they'd have a 50 home run a year guy, a guy that was capable of putting up I don't know, 3 earned run average or better. So they would have a number one starter and a 50 home run hitter on their team. Now, maybe if he played in Chicago with the wind blowing in, he probably wouldn't be putting up 50 home runs, but maybe. I mean, is Wrigley Field any harder to hit a home run in than Dodger Stadium? So, but at the same time, shoot, I mean, damn, the Ricketts aren't paying that kind of money to land someone like that. I think the Dodgers or the Mets when they picked up Juan Soto, they thought they were gonna get that same sort of deal, that same sweet deal that Otani, that they were gonna get the same sort of revenue back in with merchandising, and I don't think that they're gonna pick up that type of that sort of advertising or that sort of revenue, right? Um, what did they pay? What was it? 762. I think that was the money. 762 million for Soto. I don't think they're gonna earn that amount of money back.
Hmm.
Let's sell them. Yeah. I don't know what's up with this number 67 anybody's talking about.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I don't know either.
Mm. But assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam.
It's,
I think I am gonna have my cigarette, my cigar.
yeah, there you go.
67 million. Dang it, monster! I ain't got 350. The last topic, man. I mean, right now we can pretty much talk about anything because I only have one other topic. We pretty much went through this really quickly. I mean, I had this
Yeah.
down for a 2 or 3 hour live stream, and I mean, we're less than an hour in, and I've already got my last topic down.
All right.
Uh,
There
the
you
last,
go.
the
I
last
mean,
top-
yeah, man. I mean, oh, actually, how are the cats doing?
Fox is a little asshole. He every time that the babies are next to him or whatnot, he always wants to growl at them. But
Nice.
I think Tubby pretty much tolerates them now. I don't think she even hisses at them anymore. But Fox, like, even if he's whether he's not laying on my lap or if he's laying on Sabrina's lap, he will sit there and
Oh
even
man.
when he hisses at them, like the cats, they don't give a shit. They will come up right up to him. So like I think they know that I'm gonna protect them, so they kind of like put their chest out to him, like what? They're little sly little assholes.
Oh man. Yeah, I miss my cats. They both passed last year, so I'm like, oh man, sucks. You have to get some more, I think.
Man, I was down to two, and I'm like, okay, 2 cats are manageable. I wasn't expecting to find those damn kittens, but they were just there, man. I couldn't just leave them there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just cutting down the tree because the freaking Tom Drexler when they came to because outside they had put down they were building new electricity for me, so they're building a new outdoor outlet. So when I had my pool, I could plug in my pool and run the pump and everything. And the tree on the outside, they bent the damn tree, so now the tree instead of being up, it was leaning forward. I'm like, oh screw this, it looks ugly now. So I ended up cutting down the entire tree. And when I cut down the tree, they were like nestled up into the corner in the corner of the house.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, if I just leave them there like that, they would. I mean, they're out there in the elements. They could get cold. I mean, they could. I mean, a freaking fox could get them. Dog could get them. Another cat or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't like them getting out. They were indoor cats, the ones I had, and it was just like I was scared of everything, like bobcats, bears, anything. You know what I mean? Just getting
Yeah,
at them, you know. But nature of the beast, I guess.
but they're so adorable. Like when we first got them, man. Like even when I first tried picking them up, they used to sit there like they didn't know. They're like they didn't know how to. So they just like.
That's awesome. Uh,
now now they're mine. Like they could be out all over my wife, and then if I come into the room, like they'll jump up and they'll come running right to me. Or like the other day, they're under the bed. My wife calls for them. They won't come. Like I'll go into the room. I'll be like, babies. They immediately come shooting right under the bed. Come right to me.
oh man,
Every
yeah.
morning, I'll come downstairs. They're in the playpen. They come jump up and down. I'm like babies, and they're jumping up. They know. Sorry, open the playpen, let them out. They start running right into the kitchen because they know it's feeding time.
Smart. Oh man. Oh,
Yeah,
there's a guy from Ireland in the chat. That's interesting.
Chris O'Connor. Hey, what's up, Chris? What's happening, buddy?
All the way
Mm,
from Ireland, yeah. Nice.
mm. So the last thing I had on here for discussion, I, I didn't know what to describe it. I just called it DoorDash bitch. I didn't know. I didn't know how to describe it, so I just called. That's what I called it. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about it because it's like all over the freaking internet right now, and actually seeing the video, I my tune might have changed a little bit, but even the video I saw, I don't know if that's the whole video, so it could have been altered a little bit, but whenever I see people on TikTok and the first thing is them screaming like a damn psychopath, it's right off the bat. I tend not to. I tend to tune them out, and right off the bat, I tend not to believe a word they're saying because if you can't be calm and rational, yeah, then that tends to lead me to believe that you're not a trustworthy person. So this crazy person comes on TikTok screaming like a psychopath about how she's been sexually assaulted and how the police aren't doing anything and that how DoorDash just fired her for being sexually assaulted. Okay, well shit, what happened? Let's, please explain. As it turns out, a guy was drinking. He decided to order some food. His order was taking too long, and at some point he had passed out. And I guess he was Winnie the Poohing it or something, passed out on his couch. His door was open, and the order stipulated for her to drop the food off at the front door. So she gets to the door. Instead of dropping the food off at the door and walking away, she decides to open the door, take a picture, and zoom in on him while he's passed out inside his home and film it. And then she posts it online. Now, sexual assault implies that he physically grabbed her, pressed up against her, touched her, punched her, something, right?
Mhm.
Where there was some kind of physical contact. This man was passed the hell out. There was literally no assault whatsoever. Indecent exposure, possibly, but no assault. So this woman's over here lying through her damn teeth. So she loses her job not because she reported an assault, but because she doxed this man because she posted private and personal information of this client. You know, his name, his face, his private parts, his address. That's why she lost her job. And so she if this man decides to file a lawsuit against her, he most likely could win. And she's so freaking stupid. You know, she had the audacity to repeatedly post these videos online, and she thinks that she's in the right, screaming about how she was sexually assaulted. And she's so stupid; she doesn't know the damn difference between the sexuals. And a lot of people do this. I've been sexually assaulted. No, you weren't.
Right.
Know the difference. And that's why so many people and the whole and one of these girls I was watching today that was talking about the subject. She was talking about how uh, why the Me Too movement failed, and I'm like, and I was listening to her, I'm like, you know what? She's making good. She's making good. She has good information, and she's making good points. Um, because so many freaking people with false allegations, and all the people that actually had legitimate, that were assaulted and had true stories, uh, weren't being believed, and it's terrible because how do I say this? It's painful because their stories were legitimate. It's sad and it's depressing. Um, a lot of women that were actually assaulted and raped and abused,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got something like this that happens
Yeah.
where okay, she saw something that she didn't want to see. It was gross. That's what she could say. She was grossed out by something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Right. No, definitely. And in the chat, I see Jesse Lee King says she assaulted him.
She assaulted him.
Yeah.
Uh, mm. Yeah, so I think about my friend in the army. So the same friend that gave me my fox. Um, now she was assaulted in the army. Obviously, so I when I think about people I know, obviously that person obviously stands out in my eyes.
Yeah.
So um, so that kind of hits close to home, and that's those false allegations that messes me up in that way. If that makes sense.
No, no, it definitely does, man. Because like you're saying, I mean, it legitimately happens, and then for so you don't play around with that though. That's like such a serious like charge, you know what I mean? And just to someone's personality too, you know what I mean? Saying that they would do something like that when they wouldn't. I mean, that's wrecks your reputation and everything.
Yeah. Ooh. Damn. Anybody's wondering, this stuff's actually really good, and with the vanilla Coke, it actually works really well. The Burnett's Cherry Vodka
Yeah, there it is.
stuff is really good. Does it give you 30% alcohol per volume?
I know someone was asking what you were drinking earlier, but there you go. To the person that asked, there you go.
Burnett's Cherry Vodka.
There it is.
Oh, I didn't read that.
With vanilla Coke.
I mean, I still have some of the Absolute vodka from Saturday, but I haven't touched this one yet. Hmm. But yeah, I'm pretty out of it. So I mean, we're good hour in. So I mean, I could see us going maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I think that's what we got to start kind of limiting the live streams to, because I mean, these live streams were never supposed to be, 5-hour live streams. Like my
Right.
live streams were always intended to be like 1 hour live streams,
Yeah,
but like one day they just kind of went to 2 hours, and then miraculously one day it just went to 3 hours, and then just somehow three just turned to four, which turned to five, and then it just became like a norm one day.
yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, you'd start at like 7, 8, and you'd be on a 1, 2 in the morning. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I could see how that would be tiring, dude. For sure, man.
So I mean, especially with these dual live streams, or like if I could do like a 2 hour, like make that like a normal thing where if viewers know, hey, it's a 2 hour live stream, nothing more. That way, it's like tuning in to watch Law and Order SVU,
Right.
or
Yeah.
watching Chicago Fire and then watching Chicago Med or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
There you go.
you're watching those shows from 7 p.m. to 7 to 9 p.m. If that's your Thursday viewing, then if they know that's in your 2 hour time period, then that's what we could set aside for those days. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, that sounds like a good amount of time. I think that's perfect. Actually, it sounds right.
so for now on, I just gotta say, hey, a 2 hour cutoff, and I'll try my best to like have a list of topics to talk about each week,
Yeah.
and I mean, I think today was a nice amount of topics. I mean, we could definitely find another few items to talk about over the next 50 minutes. Not a big deal.
Yeah. No, definitely, man. Something different too. Talk
Yeah.
about something different. It's interesting.
Uh, I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but because, like I said, Ahmad and I are going to kind of do a sort of unboxing on Saturday. But I did want to kind of briefly talk about the Hulk Hogan because there were a few things that I did notice on the Mattel Hulk Hogan that did arrive today. And I'm going to add a few more. So one of the things that kind of stood out to me, I noticed on here the holes
Mm-hmm.
that are on the side. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that the original action figure LJN had any holes. Now, I think they incorporate those holes because you know how when you open up the package, or if it's falling off the card, the brand new figure, it has green spots. It
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
those little liver stains, mold stains. So
Yeah. No,
if
that
you're
makes sense. Yeah, I don't think the originals had that. I don't remember that on the originals. But that makes sense, like you said. Yeah, so they don't get those terrible, yeah, green mold spots or whatever that you can't get out. I hate those.
if you're keeping that new on card for the next 40 years, you may not have to worry about that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And also look at the uh the poster protector. Look how large that is.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the original poster protector is about half that size.
yeah,
So this
yeah.
thing is like super huge.
Wow, that's cool though. Yeah,
They also have, I mean, it does make it easier to open up the package, but I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they got this hole in here.
yeah. That's a little weird. Yeah, that is weird. Did you get it? Did you just get Hogan, or did you get it? Did you get any of the others?
No, I just got Hogan today.
That works. Yeah, that would be the one. I like the Dusty too. The Dusty's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Polka dots.
I think they're all pretty awesome. Um, what I
They look
don't
good.
like out here is the Hulk Hogan and even the Mattel over here. They're just printed on there. They're not stickers. So I hate that. The original LJN, these were actual stickers, and
Yeah.
they're just printed onto the card.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheaping out on our stickers. Come on. Yeah.
Let's see. I got a few questions here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed a whole bunch. All right, sorry, I gotta go back. Sorry, guys, got some here. Fucking, 30% and vanilla. No wonder it's strange. More frequent less could work. Hulk Hogan going to add a Friday live stream. Very well, possibly. Gotta see what happens. Yep. Wonder if there's going to be more common. I don't think so, but I do think you're probably gonna get like 1 and 2, maybe. I heard 1 in a package, but I probably seen like 1 and 2. The blue card is positioned differently than the black card. Hogan, I bought 1 of each. Only got the Paul so far. I don't think Dusty and Cena shipped yet for anyone. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah, I'm still waiting for. Oh yeah, all of them. The only thing I got was the Hogan.
No, that's nice, dude. Brings back memories, dude.
Hmm. I could be wrong, but just looking at it. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna open it because the black card, but it looks like the hands might be smaller than the original,
Oh, really?
or maybe it's just because I was looking at the back of the card. In the back of the card, his hands look. But like I said, it could just be because I'm looking at it. But I mean, I could be wrong. And also the card. I mean, it's not like if I were to send this up for AFA grading, I don't think this would be coming back like 100% or anything. I mean, it's not like bent or anything like that, but like you could see little white stuff on it around the around on the edges.
Mm.
But I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, I don't want to open these figures. I said I was going to get 2, and I was going to open 1 for my personal, loose collection, but it's given me too much LJN original feel and too much. You know what that means. You know that what LJN carded figures sell for, everyone being worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I don't care that these are only $25 figures today. I feel like these are going to be $100. And yes, these are investments. I will still always treasure them as investments, as a fan, as a collector, as and yeah, as an investor too. Um, as cherished pieces of artwork. Artwork is an investment. So I gotta find the crook cases for these bad boys because I need to display them somehow. If even if in that blue room next door somewhere.
Mm.
But yeah. But that's the Hogan. Maybe I do open one. Maybe Ahmad opens up his, and I won't have to open up mine. And all I have to do is talk about what I just talked about already.
Yeah. Trying to see what I got here.
All right. The color of a hot dog.
I just want to show the Berserker because he's sweet. You got this, right?
Yep, I got them, but I only
Pretty
got three.
sweet, dude. I like it. The sword's nice.
Color of a hot dog? No. I would say a lot less brown. I would say more tan like the original.
What the hell's? Hey. I don't know. I can't get the fridge to work. Okay. Yeah, I just hear a bunch of beeping. Yeah. Okay. Let them breathe. I will eventually open it out. Definitely.
Mm. Yeah, I think mine. Well, mine looks about the same color as the original line. At least by first glance, it does. mm. UPS, man. I'm about to tell you something about UPS. If anybody works for UPS, you might want to sign off for a minute or 10. Uninterruptible power supply. That's the UPS I'm talking about. I'm talking about the United Parcel Service, those mother. Hey, what's going on, Ram? All right. What the hell were we talking about?
Um, Last thing was the Hogan you were looking at.
Oh,
I'm trying to see what. Oh, UPS. You were the shipping. Yeah, UPS.
those goofy motherfucker. We talk about those assholes. So, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I bought one of those wrestling giants. What the hell they're called? The Jack's Pacific Classic Superstars. And I got like a 14-inch $1 million man that I bought from Pandelis Creek off of Facebook. So I Facebook him the money, and I pay him additional $45-$50 for shipping. He says UPS. I get it about a week later or so. I'm home. They deliver the package. There's a note on the door. Unsuccessful delivery. How the fuck was it unsuccessful? We were home. Why the fuck didn't you guys knock or ring the bell? All right, whatever. They come back the next day. You owe $45. The fuck I do? I paid you motherfuckers $45 shipping. What do you mean I owe $45? Uh, I paid his ass $85 for a purchase price, another $45 shipping. I'm not paying you another $45 for a secondary shipping. Now I don't know if this is $45 ship for shipping again, if this is $45 tariff or what the fuck this is, but that's like almost $200 damn now. And This motherfucker isn't worth no damn $200 damn.
Jeez.
We come back another day. I refused that package at that time. I'm not paying it no fucking $45. And even if I wanted to pay it, they wouldn't take a check or credit card. They can only do a money order. Well, where the fuck am I going to get a goddamn money order, motherfucker? Like, what the hell you want from me? So at this point, it is customer refuses package. So they have. So you would think that UPS would do the right thing and send it back to the shipper free of charge. He paid you to deliver the package. You did not deliver the package. They contact the shipper, Pendelis Creek, and tells him he now owes them $100 to ship it back to him. So we are in a bit of a little quinky dink now, aren't we? So
man.
he either pays them $100 to ship this $85 item that I paid him to ship back to him, or I pay them $45 to keep the item here.
Oh man.
So he just says, you know what? How about I just pay you the $45 as reimbursement? You go ahead and just pay them the $45. I'm like, you know what? It's the most financially stable thing to do. So
Yeah.
I find a way somehow to contact UPS to make the payment to keep the item. Now, contacting UPS, let me tell you this way. You have a better chance of getting the President of the United States on the phone, speaking to him directly, than getting a live sales representative on the phone with UPS. But when I finally was able to get a live representative on the phone and someone who was able to take a payment, it is, I don't know, 3 days later, and the package is finally delivered to me. You owe $45.
Oh Jesus. You kidding me? Oh
The hell
man.
you say? Well, in my system, it says you owe $45. I can't give you this package. So, I go through the system of calling UPS, and mind you, when I have to call UPS, it's not an easy task. I'm on the phone for like 30 minutes till I finally get to a live representative. And when I finally get to a live representative, I talk to them and I tell them everything that's going on. And then they have to transfer me to an international call because of where it's going through, because it's coming from Canada. And I'm on the phone for another 45 minutes to an hour before I finally get to an international representative. And that happens every time. And if I have to call them twice a day, on multiple times, you're on the phone for anywhere between an hour to an hour 45 minutes a day, sometimes more. Think 30 minutes this time, and then 45 minutes waiting another time, plus the time you're on the phone actually talking to them. It's insane.
Jeez.
So that first day, they deliver it after paying 3 days later. It didn't come. They come the second day. Same thing. I show the guy the payment. Nothing. I went back to the guy leaves. I went back to bed. Guy comes back 5 minutes later. I come back downstairs after going back to bed. Oh, I call my boss. He said you're good. Here's your package. Thanks. UPS, this is like the worst freaking experience ever. You are the worst distribution company on the planet. I think you have officially taken over FedEx as the worst distribution company ever. Um,
Sound
DHL, National Air Cargo, but FedEx, UPS has officially taken over as the worst ever.
oh man.
Whew, God damn, they're horrible. And I was freaking drunk as shit telling that story. God damn, that they just suck. Oh man. Mm. Talking wrestling figures and now UPS. Seriously, Alexico. Mhm. uh, uh, this has been a good freaking day, man. It's been a good day. Shoot. What's happened over on Bum Shadows?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What's happening over on Bum Shadows?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, like I was having a situation here where there was like incessant beeping going on. So
Mm.
I was like, I'm trying to listen to you, but all I could hear is beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, please stop. Please stop. And I'm trying to look at my girlfriend, like, can you please stop that? But she didn't know how to stop it. So it was going on like, and you're talking, and I'm like, try it was just that's what was going on here.
Oh, that's nice.
It's very distracting and
Oh,
annoying. I'm just saying, hon. She figured it out though. I give her credit. So yeah, that was going on. So that was pretty distracting.
sweet.
Otherwise, I think I told you earlier. I got my my order from Hasdale and or the just the Dean Douglas, and those four from Zombie that I caved in on. So I'm gonna be taking a look at those. I'm gonna keep Med though in the package because I'm waiting to see what Hasdale has, and then maybe do a compare. I thought that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know I got a few things coming in from I know Big Rubber guys have a few things coming in, and obviously a few things from Mattel. I think Mattel I might do some reviews on, but that's it. To be honest, after looking at my last few reviews from Big Rubber guys, I think I've decided I'm not doing review videos anymore. I might do some reviews here or there, depending on what the figure is.
Mhm.
Depending on the sort of specialty or whatnot. But I don't know if I want to be known as the review channel anymore or whatnot. So I kind of want to be kind of move on from certain things. And like I said, if certain videos aren't getting the sort of views that it needs, then I kind of expand, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
um,
I'm actually kind of in the same boat with my channel. I've been trying to just do like different things and seeing what sticks. Then I'll take like a poll. Do you like this? Do you not? I'm just trying to see like what people like the most and maybe try to go that way. But yeah, so I did like a review, like a wrestling review, but of like it Royal Rumble 90. I did just the first match. And I thought it was pretty funny. So it's something different to do, but I mean, I love the figures and I get them all the time. So I was like unboxing them and like making a show out of them makes sense because it's pretty much my collection, you know. So I've been trying to see what's happening, like what works and what doesn't. I um I noticed like you were saying the shorts, like I'll get like four times the views or five times the views on the shorts as opposed to the full length video. It's
yeah,
always crazy like that, you know.
I'm trying my best to cheat the system this time. Like I said, that one dark skinned Jimmy Hart video that has like 20,000 views or close to it. I made a longer video, like a 10-minute video, 9-minute video, and I'm hoping that video gets the same 19, 20,000 views. And if that happens, maybe that one I could actually get monetized on.
Mm,
'Cause I can't get monetized on the short video, but, regular video, hopefully I can.
yeah. Yeah, go
Yep.
figure, right? Yeah, I hear you, man. Oh, jeez. I do have to say, bro, my phone hit me with the 10%, so it's probably gonna cut out soon.
You know what? I'm pretty drunk myself. I could finish off this last drop and then call it a day myself.
All right, man. Yeah, no, I definitely had a good time. It's definitely a nice pace, nice and relaxed, just chilling.
Awesome. I just want to see if there's any questions we missed. Um, I think we got everything.
Yeah,
I read through everything and looks like we got everybody.
yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, hey man, always glad to have you on Bum Shadows, man. It's been another awesome stream with you, buddy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was fun, definitely.
Absolutely, man. Always pleasure, bud. To all the audience members, to the commenters, guys, always a pleasure to have you guys on. Thank you. You're
Definitely.
always welcome to until next time, guys. Wednesday, 7 p.m. See you guys there.
All
Sorry,
right.
guys, I'm really drunk, but you guys there then.
All right, man. Yeah, thanks for having me, dude. Have a good night, man. Good night,
Take
everybody.
care.